Though, by virtue of not even being a real race course by Nintendo's own admission, Shell Cup Peach Stadium is excused from this ranking. It would have been last place, so it better count its lucky stars that I'm pretending I do not see it. Easiest bottom spot of my life. I cannot stress this enough. Let me make it perfectly clear that you are driving in a circle 5 times. That is the course. Why would you want an angry sun in the sky when you can just have a drawing of one on the starting line? That's basically the same thing. Now we're about to see a couple of average courses. Get it? Because it's because it's C tier. I'm gonna go drive off a cliff now. Does Nintendo just not have the rights to Mario Circuit 4 anymore? I think maybe they sold them to Sega. You're gonna see Mario Circuit 4 show up in Crossroads, that's my prediction. How hard would it have been to make one of them playable? I would sacrifice Coin Coffer if it meant I got to play as Luma. Wow, DK Pass. 3 lame versions in a row. Must be a new record. Well, actually no, you're tied with Desert Hills in that regard. Why not just give us Moo Moo Farm if you want to keep your Moo Moo quota intact? Don't say it's a boring circle, because Nintendo clearly proved with Koopa Beach that they're not above adding boring circles. I would rather take Luigi's Circuit. Okay, that's too far. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. Now for the latest starter track in the series, Mario Bros. Circuit. Some people will tell you this is the best starter track we've ever had. I'll tell you those people are insane. This is no GameCube Luigi Circuit. Come on now. Obviously, on Shea Frillis's Mario Kart 8 ranking, I pointed out that in the supreme banger music track for Ice Ice Outpost, there's this tiny little snippet that reminds me of the Lion King score. Now, maybe I'm just hearing things. Or maybe I'm completely vindicated because they did it again! In a far more appropriate course, I might add. Faraway Oasis is a pretty cool tribute to the African savannah. And as such, there's this one part of the pretty great music track that I swear to God is a sped up version of this part of the Lion King score. Do you hear it? What, you don't hear it? How are the courses? Certainly better than they were in Wii U Mario Kart 8, that's for sure. I mean, they don't even play the iconic Moo Moo Meadows music when you pick it. That's like half the reason to play Moo Moo Meadows in general. Too bad about that bitch-ass timer, huh? Bringing back a course famous for its underwater driving in a game where you took out underwater driving is, certainly a choice. Water! Atmosphere! I know. Nobody goes to a course for atmosphere. They go for gameplay. Well, in that case, you'll be pleased to hear that they kinda flattened a lot of the curves and generally made it less engaging to drive on. There is a Birdo mermaid statue on Salty Salty Speedway. Why can't you just call this Birdo Boulevard or something? How is this even that salty? Is it just because it's salt water? I wouldn't even have known that if you didn't name the course after salt for some inexplicable reason. Oh my god, you guys, it's the train course! The train course is Wait a minute. You're not Calamari Desert. But have you considered that it is in fact the train course, so shut up. Going into the movie screen and having these old-timey film reels depicting a freaked out Peach, all his ghosts and bats surround you on all sides. I mean, come on! The oil field theme is pretty neat and fits in with the whole half-constructed stadium vibe they've got going on here. It works a lot better here than it did in LA Laps, that's for sure. Like, gee, I wonder what's awesome about a futuristic recreation of the classic Donkey Kong arcade game, complete with a robotic Donkey Kong chucking barrels at you. I'm just proud of Donkey Kong for finally getting a new course that isn't a mountain or a jungle. Was that really so hard, guys? Why did it take 6 courses for him to get something kinda unique? Other than these high points, it's pretty standard, but then it culminates in the most flaccid ending imaginable. A reverse version of Desert Hills. Yeah, shockingly, this is not any more interesting than doing this bitch-ass course the normal way. Prepare to have a terrible taste in your mouth if you see this one through to completion. You might as well get eliminated in the 5th round to spare yourself the tedium. And the little I did find, I mean, I don't recognize it. I guess it kinda looks like Peach Beach if you squint a bit. Pingers! Whatever, I'm sure they know what they're doing with it. And boy did they ever. Get Calamari Desert in Mario Kart 8 letting you drive on the train tracks. You could do that in the original as long as you're okay with losing the race. And they kept the cataquacks. I am so happy the species isn't extinct after all these years. It truly is a miracle. Toadsworth definitely died though, but I digress. It's crazy how if Steven Spielberg's dad was never cucked by Seth Rogen, he never would have grown up to be such a great filmmaker. Thus, he never would have made the original Jurassic Park. Thus, meaning Dino Dino Jungle would never have this cool laboratory theme in Mario Kart World. Thank you, Seth Rogen, for that. And for voicing Donkey Kong, I guess. What the hell kind of name is this? See, would it have been so hard to name this after a character? Toadette Ruins, I don't know. She canonically explored it with Captain Toad. There you go. Anything would be better than Great Question Block Ruins. That's so dumb.
That is a new name.
They're not really anything substantial. And as someone who always hesitated to rank this course in S tier because I found that one last big turn in the fortress a little bit boring with not much going on, I am here to report that it's basically the exact same. They still don't do anything to this turn. They did it. Guys, I can safely say, with no exaggeration or hesitation, that the Mario Kart World version of N64 Wario Stadium is the single most improved retro track in the entire Mario Kart series. I don't even need to check my math on that. They took what is easily the worst course from Mario Kart 64, a boring, bloated mess with nothing interesting on it, and they turned it into a thrilling, tightly designed, unbelievably fun, perfect showcase of the brand new mechanics of Mario Kart World. Let me run that by you again. A remake of a Nintendo 64 track from 1996 is perhaps the single best new showcase of the brand new mechanics of the Nintendo Switch 2 installment of the Mario Kart series released in 2025. Yeah, the funny Wario heads decorating the sidelines are gone. That's a bummer. And yeah, they significantly shortened the course. That's also a bummer. Wait, no it's not! Rainbow Road in this game is kind of hype moments and aura the course. You could argue that this track isn't really an S tier experience because it makes absolutely no use of wall driving and rail grinding, which is the big new feature of this game. Seriously, you could argue that, but nobody seems to be doing so. Everywhere I go on the internet, this track is glazed to no ends, and like, I get it, I really do. It's in my personal top 5 for this game after all. But come on guys, it's not the best in the series or anything. I love this ominous Bowser statue overlooking the course. And I especially love that it isn't just another giant mechanical Bowser for the 4th console game in a row. He's just a decoration, and that's a refreshing change of pace since I am so sick of these things. Now for the 2 S tiers this game's got to offer. After 17 long years away, finally, the prodigal son has returned. There's so many alternate paths. Oh my god, there's just so many! It took me a while to really narrow down what I consider to be the best course in a game with a plethora of bangers. But in the end, I feel like no course quite captures the ingenuity and unlimited potential of Mario Kart World's gameplay, quite like Dry Bones Burnout. What else am I supposed to rank all the courses of? Mario Kart Live Home Circuit? Actually, that could be peak. Maybe I will do it.